friends. Happy Tuesday or happy Monday, depending where you are. We have got an exciting live planned for you today. I will just wait for my colleague to join. Let us know where you're joining us from. Let's just
Hello. Hi.
Hi, how
How are
are you?
you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, really good.
Wonderful.
Oh, I love your accent. I have to start with that. I love your accent. Our accent in Australia is so different from you guys there in the
My
US.
little, USA American slash Croatian accent. I guess it's a mixture of everything.
It sounds so beautiful. How are you?
I'm
It's so good to
good.
see you.
Happy, what is it, Tuesday on your side of the world?
Yep, yep. Tuesday, yeah, and happy for you. It's 8 o'clock on Monday for you guys there. So
Yeah.
we're kind of ahead of you guys. I can tell you about the future, what's going to happen.
Oh, all right. It's so funny. We were talking about flights and just traveling because, it's summertime and everybody is traveling everywhere. And we have a trip planned at the end of the month. And um, one of my coworkers, they were just in Europe on like a 3-week cruise, and they said, "Did you know that the longest flight is from Las Vegas to Australia?" I was like, "What?" Yeah, like in terms of flight, the longest flight is like from Las Vegas to Australia. I was like, "Oh, wonderful. Okay." So exciting.
Yeah, yeah, it's so difficult for us to travel, and that's why when we go anywhere, we feel like we have to stay there 100 years because it took us so long to get there. People go travel for the
Hmm.
weekend, and we can come back and be like, oh no, we got to stay at least 3 weeks because it
And it's like,
took
I'm
us a
not
week to get there.
right. Well, hey, that's the beauty of the online business, right? So you can
Yes,
stay as long as you want.
as
I
long as
love
you want,
that.
and time doesn't matter. So I'll be visiting you there in Vegas very soon.
Please come anytime, anytime. Just don't come during the summer. It's brutal right now. It's like
Oh,
115 degrees
oh,
outside.
oh
But
yeah,
typically in
yeah.
the fall and like springtime, it's very beautiful.
Oh, how nice. I've been there, I think only once, and I loved it. Who doesn't love Vegas? You guys must have fun all the
Yeah,
time.
with work-life fun balance, I guess. A little bit of everything.
Yes, yes,
Well, thank you
exactly,
for having
exactly.
me.
So
I appreciate it.
it's so nice to have you. So how long have you been doing the online business?
Um, I guess for everybody watching, my name is Deanna, and as Sanaz mentioned, I am from Las Vegas, originally from Europe, and I have been in the business for, gosh, I want to say just shy under a year or left, roughly about a year. And I've loved every minute and second of it. So it's just been such an amazing journey. I feel like personally and professionally as well, and just connecting with people all over the world, such as you in Australia and other amazing business owners globally. Um, it's just what an amazing platform. It really, truly is.
It is, and it's something I always talk about how, the side of you that when you grow, within yourself, the self-development side, obviously it's a business that's going to change your life from a freedom and financial perspective, but from a self-growth perspective, it's something that is so hard to explain, and you kind of get busy with the business, you do what you're doing, you chip away at it, and you learn something new every day, and you move on, and then 6 months goes by and you look back and you're like, I've changed so much, because
Mhm.
you change in so many different ways, from your headspace to how you behave to how you think. It's just such a blessing. It's such a blessing. So what did you do before this?
So I'm in healthcare, well, in the business side of healthcare. I still work full time, you know, of course, while running this business, which is another beautiful thing or something that I was definitely looking for because, you know, I do. So I'm not a clinician, so I'm not a nurse or anything like that, but I work with a lot of nurses, hospitals, physicians. So I'm more on the business side of healthcare. And I feel like this kind of complements it. It doesn't compete against it. And it's been wonderful to, like you said, really kind of shift my gear also more from like an employee to a business owner and that mindset. So that's
Mm.
been an adventure, right? Because, you know, I'm used to working for somebody and now, you know, when you start your own business, there's definitely like a shift going on. So that's been very transformative and exciting as well. How about you? I mean, are you exclusively doing this or do you work?
I work. I'm a real estate agent myself. I've been doing that for years, and I love it. And for me, the shift happened in my headspace. It was kind of like the penny dropped about the whole creating passive income, and you know what? When I was pregnant with my two kids, I am starting from the first one. I started to reassess everything. I had never thought that I'm not going to do real estate, and so I'm still doing it.
Mhm,
But I've cut down on it significantly. It's my own business, so I'm kind of outsourcing a lot of it, and you know, giving listings to other agents, and just kind of doing a deal with them in that way, so
mhm,
that I can invest at least 80-90% of my time on this at the moment, because um, we'll get into that a bit later, but as part of the benefits of this business, just for the benefit of our viewers, this business has a retirement plan, and it's pretty much, you know, whilst you're enjoying the journey, you're kind of racing towards that goal as well, because that's where it gets quite exciting with the whole passive side of the income, more so than that, you know, active side of it. Um, so when I saw this opportunity, you know, I thought, okay, I'm gonna redirect my attention onto this and get this to a particular goal level that I'm trying to reach, and then reassess it from there, whether I want to go back full time to my real estate business, or
mhm,
keep kind of having that on the side and outsourcing a lot of it, whilst I enjoy the flexibility, time with family, travel, all the other things that this business will provide me that the other one won't.
mhm,
Um, but yeah, for me, when I was pregnant, the shift happened in my headset, in my mindset, because I was like, hang on, what do I really want from life? Like before that, I wanted to be $1 million agent. That's what I wanted from life. You know, I just wanted to be the best agent. I was bolting towards it. I was working hard at it. Um, and, you know, I wanted to grow that. And hence why I started my own real estate
mhm,
business.
mhm,
But then I very quickly realized that this is still going to require a lot of me, a lot of
mhm,
my time, a lot of my physical presence there.
mhm,
And it kind of wasn't what I valued anymore. And I had kids, and then I thought, well, you know, I had seen my own, you know, in the previous company that I worked for before I was doing my own real estate business. I had seen people who were in the leadership roles, you know, above myself, and they were amazing. They were like these power women that I looked up to, and you know, I really envied. And I was like, I want to be as strong as them. I want to be as good as them. But they had something had to give.
mhm.
You know, they sacrificed family time
Yeah.
for that. They sacrificed seeing their children for that. Their children barely saw them. And I realized very quickly that I actually didn't want that as much as that I was attracted to it,
Mhm,
but in reality, I wanted something else. I wanted that flexibility, that financial freedom, just the
mhm.
freedom of
The
it, you know,
freedom.
to just go traveling, pack up and go. Hey, next weekend, do you want to go? Although we're in Australia and we're miles away from everywhere in the world, but hey, you want to go to the US next week? You know,
Pack your
just example,
bags.
like you
Let's
can just
go.
up
Yeah.
and go. Pack your bag and go. Like you're not tied down. You know, if you've got too many listings on the go, you can't go away
Yeah.
realistically. Like you can't trust just anybody with your listings, your hard-earned work.
Mhm,
Your clients will not end up being happy because they signed up with you. They don't want to be palmed off to someone else. So there's a lot that comes in there. Whereas with an online business like this, you do whatever you want.
mhm,
Like you just literally pick up your laptop, pick up your kids, pack your bags, and go anywhere. And I realized very quickly that that's what I valued most.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in a nutshell about my journey, and why I headed this way was, around that time. But I did a lot of
Mm-hmm.
research for people who don't know, and they think it kind of like the first online business ad that you see, you just jump for it. No,
Yeah.
I searched Amazon, I searched so
Mm-hmm.
many different businesses until then I also knew the difference between good and bad.
Right.
And when I saw this opportunity, I was like climbing with
Like,
hands and knees, like,
sign
oh, I'm
on the
going to get
dotted
onto this as
line.
fast as I
Sign
can.
me up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Where do I sign?
Where do I sign?
Yeah.
It is true. And I think a lot of
What?
people, when we talk to, and probably even with you as you're interacting with your potential business partners or just people who might be interested in pursuing this, no, it's a love-hate relationship with the internet, right? Because sometimes we're like, oh my gosh, like we spend a lot of time on the internet, but
Yeah.
also it's, I mean, reshaped so many lives. It's changed so many lives. It's given the people exactly what you just mentioned, that freedom lifestyle, right? It's not so much about the money, but what the money will allow you to do, which is spend more time with your loved ones, give back to your community, travel more, make everlasting memories with your kids. I was reading an article the other day. They said, when you think about it, you really only have 18 summers with your kids.
Yeah.
That struck with me because, like, that gave me goosebumps because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's true. They grow up and they become their own little people and their own, the adults, and explore, what they want to do in life. And the amazing part of this business is, the platform, the patented, compensation plan not only provides you as you work hard and build your business, but the opportunity to pass it on to your kids as well, which is what I really loved too. Because we had some, investment properties and we were looking at the brick and mortar businesses as well. And then I'm like, I still physically have to be there. It's still going to take away from me and spending time with my family, whether I open up, a caregiving agency, like something healthcare related, or whether I, start a coffee shop, whatever the case may be, it's going to require me to physically be there, or things happen, unexpected situations occur. You have to deal with it, the overhead costs, the people, with this, it's just, you are truly your own business owner and you are responsible for yourself and what you put in your business and how you grow it and how you build it. So I think that resonated with me too, searching for many opportunities online as well, is just knowing I can pick it up, travel for 5 weeks to Europe, I can take my business with me. I wouldn't have to worry about, if I had a business here locally, oh my gosh, what's happening when I'm gone. And so that's the
Yep.
amazing beauty of it.
You're so right. You're so right. You mentioned such a good point there, actually, about the kids, because what was it? I read somewhere, what is it, only 6 years or something, even, that you're their first person. You're like, or maybe it is that same 18 years.
Hmm.
Can't remember the time frame it was saying, but it's saying there's a certain amount of time where you're actually their number one person,
Hmm.
and very soon in life, very early in life, their number one person is going to be their friends, their partners, all these other things. And then it really scared me. For me, I was like, oh my God, this is so bad. So
It
all the
is.
years that I'm their number one person, I'm going to palm them off to somebody else. And then when I then get to my goals career wise, and then I want to come back to them, they're like, no, mom, we don't have time for you. Yeah, we'll come and visit you once a week, or, and I
Yeah,
was like, oh, no. I cannot do that.
it is.
So yeah,
It's
that was
so
a really good
crazy,
point.
especially as a mom, right? Like it hits home, and
Yeah.
that's why I think, I mean, this business, of course, is for everybody. I mean, anybody can do it. And we have people with all walks of life, right? I mean, you're in real estate, I'm in healthcare.
Yep.
We are both moms, but, you're in Australia, I'm in the USA. So the beauty of it is a global business. And we have people who are engineers and doctors and stay-at-home moms and real estate agents, whatever the case may be. It's really, truly designed for you. I mean, if you are determined, if your why is strong and you stay plugged in, I mean, you can only go up from there, you know. But it has to come from you, right? Like
Yeah.
nobody else can do it for you but yourself.
No. But on that note, just for the benefit of people who are watching who may not have seen our lives or information sessions before, and just to clear up in their mind, let's talk about a couple of questions that might be their questions. How much time do people need for this business per day?
I probably spend, gosh, in the beginning, maybe a little bit longer by the time, getting set up and, doing the training, but maybe a couple of hours a day, in the morning, in the evening. Right now, I mean, I'm spending a few hours, 20, 30 minutes with you. Um, but I'd say once you kind of get to the routine, yeah, a couple of hours a day is what I personally spend on it. And might be a little bit more on the weekends, but typically give or take. That's where I find myself at. And I'm not sure, would you say that works for you as well, or are you spending a
Yeah,
little bit more?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you can, there's nothing to say you can't spend 8 hours a day on it if you want. And you certainly, it's funny, I get so passionate about it that I have to stop myself and kind of like tear myself away from the laptop because like we're dealing with social media. Let's face it, it's fun. Like
Mm-hmm.
we spend like before this business, we would have easily spent 1 or 2 hours a day on all the different social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and now we will be doing that same thing, but for a different purpose, not just to go and watch people's videos and like it or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and so for me, it's broken pieces as well. Like I'll wake up early in the morning. I'll spend a good solid 2 hours before the kids wake up on the business. For me, that's my sacred time because I notice, no disturbances from the kids. So that's really good. And then during the day when I'm with the kids, I mean, my son goes to school, but my daughter's with me, and then she does like part-time daycare just so she has variety. But when she's home with me, like I'll just do my housework, I'll do other things, I'll do a
Mm-hmm.
little bit on my other business, drips and drabs. And then like 15 minutes, like I took, like this morning I took her to ballet. I had 1 hour waiting there, ballet. It was perfect. It was my 1 hour working on my
Mm-hmm.
business. And then the rest is just like 15 minutes here
Mm-hmm.
and there. And then when they go to sleep, I might spend another hour on it if I have energy. If I don't feel like it, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's not a lot of time compared to when I was spending 8 to 12 hours a
Mm-hmm.
day in an office. So I cooped up there because I was managing the office. I had to be there before people reached there,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to leave after they leave. So it was very long hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I'm doing listing presentations, I would be going to see people in their homes at night, because they have to come home from work to be able to talk to an agent. So yeah, so the time is really
Mm-hmm.
short. The other thing I think might be a question for people is because the minute you think online, they think Amazon, they think, do I have to sell something? Do I have Tupperware parties? Or, does it require selling?
Not at all. It's
No
that
selling.
that's what appealed to me. That was a big selling point. I didn't want anything where, for one, I had to carry inventory. I had to like ship products, return products. I had to host parties, reach out to family, friends. That's not the way our business model works. And so, for anybody who is interested or curious about the digital space or exploring, what else is out there, I feel like a lot of people are familiar with Amazon and dropshipping, all the other things, but this platform is definitely more just social media marketing based, teaching you how to do marketing, utilizing and leveraging the training via all the social media platforms. And no hosting parties unless we like to get together and host a party amongst each other. If you
Yeah.
come to Vegas, we're throwing a party. There you go.
Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly. So because we're global, we've got business partners from all around the world. It's quite exciting when one of us goes to visit, the others in their city. So that is a big party. But no, other than that, you're right. We do no parties, no selling. And I know even amongst my own, community, people around me, people that know me, people who know I've started this business, the ones who don't want to come and ask me the questions, hey, what do you do? Or they don't want to click on the website and get the information. They talk to each other, I know, and they're asking each other. Their biggest question is, what does she sell? What is it that she's selling? Because they've never seen a product. They've never seen us hold the product and say, hey, come and buy this. This is great. That's not what we do. We don't sell anything. There's products involved in our
Right.
business because all online businesses have it, but we have nothing to do with the product. We do the marketing side of things, and we don't market the products either. So for people who are shy, for people who don't want to do sales, they don't want to be salesy, they don't want to sell anything. They just want to chip away at something behind their laptop while they're holidaying at home with their kids, or if you're single, if you're a corporate type and you want to grow something, if you're single and you're busy, you're climbing the corporate ladder, you can still build this for yourself as a side hustle, something like a big investment that's going to keep growing and growing and growing and take you right through to retirement.
Yeah.
So it's not, whilst we're sitting here talking about all the benefits it's got as mom and family and all of that. It's literally for everyone. We've got people who are students who are 18 years old who are doing it. We've got retired people who are 80-year-old doing it.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it. And I think when it comes to earning extra income, that is 90% passive. Most people it applies to. I don't think anyone's going to say, no, I don't want any of that.
Yeah. I don't want any passive income. I'm good.
No,
I know
I'm good. I like struggling in the rat race.
right.
It's so much fun.
Especially now, oh my gosh,
So
in this
good.
day, it's everything. I mean, the cost of living went up tremendously, and even with kids and the activities and balancing it all, it definitely I mean, I feel like at this day and age, and if anything, like the last few years have taught us, is that you can't just rely on your primary source of income. You
No.
need to look at, other streams of income and how you can grow and get yourself ahead of the curve, and not wait till the last minute or, oh my gosh, what do I do now? I'm about to go into retirement or having to work till it's not so much of like, I wanted to be in a position where it's not I have to work, but more I want to work.
Yeah.
If I want to, I want to. If I don't, I don't. And with this business, I always say it's a business, at your fingertips because like you mentioned, you have your phone. I mean, we all are glued to this thing. It's just a way of life. There's no going around it. Why not utilize it and utilize the technology to advance your life or improve your life and your family's life instead of searching and looking at other people's feeds or watching endless shows on Netflix or whatever the case may be. But really, you take that time to build something and grow something. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It grows bit by bit. It's not overnight. We're not, whilst we say it's 90% passive, you still got to do the 10% of work. You still got to
Hmm.
learn your craft and, do all those bits and pieces. So it's not easy, but it's very, very
Hmm.
simple. It's a plug and play system
Hmm.
that anybody can just literally plug themselves into and yeah, and pretty much do it. And one more thing I'll address. My little one is calling. She needs me. Sorry, I'm gonna have to run. But one other thing that I was gonna address is a question that okay, a question that people have is, what do you mean? What do you mean when you say you make money when you sleep? Because it's a global business, so your ads are running,
Hmm.
and it's automated. So that's why, because when you're sleeping, another side of the world is awake.
Yes.
Um, sorry, can I
Yeah.
just run to her and
Go
come
ahead.
back? Can I throw it back over to you to continue talking about this? I'll be right
No
back.
worries. I guess that's the beauty of the online business and the flexibility when you work for yourself and you work from home. When you have kids, it gives you more time to spend and focus on them. Um, but the beauty of it is for all of the people who are watching, or if you may be watching a replay, is that it is a global business. And so the company that we partner with and do social media marketing for, they're a global company. So, in terms of the the reach and the audiences and how to do the advertising. That's all provided in the training as well. So that's another beauty when you get plugged in. Not only do you get access to the training, which is all broken down step by step, you get access to mentors and coaches and masterminds and working on your mindset and doing everything that will help you succeed. I was just kind of mentioning about the platform, and when you plug in,
Mhm.
it is a global business, and how it's not just the training. The training is step by step, but the coaching, the mastermind, the global community, everything is there to kind of help you grow and succeed with this business. And so, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of support, which is one difference that I found between this business and all the other ones that when I was searching too, because the other ones you're literally on your own. And
Hmm.
whilst as a business owner, you want to do your own thing, you don't want to be, like it's not like you want to be an employee, but that guidance is helpful, so
Hmm.
to have someone to ask you questions, you have a mentor, you have a coach, that was a huge difference for me as well. Yeah. Yes, Nina? Did you get the post already? No, no, they haven't arrived yet. All right. Well, it was a great chat, and I know there's a lot about this business that. No, I thought I heard a knock. We're waiting for a delivery,
Oh,
and she thought when I ran before I thought I heard the door. I ran to the door, and she wanted to watch, and she's like, "Oh, wait for me. Have they arrived? I want to see the delivery." I'm like,
no
"No, no."
delivery.
Um,
I mean, we could probably talk about this for days, but there's so many topics to cover. But I feel like I hope this gave like a lot of people the overview or the general overview. So um
Sorry. Yes, it was the wind. See how outside's really windy? It was just the door shaking because of the wind. Can I finish here, please? Yeah, you come and sit with me. So yes, and we'll talk more about it in other lives. But basically, if anyone is interested, do you want to say hello, Mama? Say hello. Do you want to run them through what they should do if they're interested in getting more information on this?
yeah, I feel like the first step obviously would be to reach out to either one of us, contact us, send us a message. Typically the first step would be to register, watch the complimentary info session that gives everybody kind of more of like an overview of the business. It's about 90 minutes long, if I'm not mistaken, the presentation. And then if it kind of resonates with you, and or if you feel like the presentation um, was something that speaks to you and you want to pursue further, then you go on to the next step and you register for the 149 for the free 6 pre-coaching videos, and you have a 30-day risk-free trial to really, at the end of the day, do your own research, just like we did, and your own due diligence, and see if this business model may be the right fit for you.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really well said. Yeah, check it out, guys. Any questions, we're here to help you and answer. But start with watching that webinar so you've got some idea of what it's all about,
Mhm.
and then we're here to help you, guide you. But yeah, it's for anyone, mums, dads, single, family, non-family, everyone. So check it out, guys. Thank you for joining us today. It
Thank
was really
you.
great to have you. I hope this was good for everybody watching, and yeah, hope they got something out of it. Thanks, Diana. It was awesome talking to you today.
Thank you
Enjoy the
so
hot
much.
weather. We're
Yes,
freezing
thank you
here.
so much. I know. And you guys are going into the winter season now, right? A little bit colder for
Yeah,
you.
we're in middle of winter now, and
Yeah.
today's actually extra cold and windy.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like, yeah, came back inside. I'm trying to stay warm, but yeah, I know we're the opposite of the rest of the
Yeah.
world, so it's super cold here at the moment. So enjoy that heat whilst you've got it there, and
Thank
yeah,
you. Yeah,
hopefully we'll
we'll
catch up
definitely try to
soon.
do another one. Thank you for having me on your business page. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk soon.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.